I thought that I was a loud eater, but I think that Tabitha may be the loudest eater in the whole world.
I was just actually thinking that, like, that noise you hear, shh, that's Tabitha eating.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and every Monday we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all the different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way every single time it gets cold in Florida, you'll be alerted to it.
How come every time I'm going to go diving, it gets cold?
Right. Are you ready? Did you find your jacket that's like the long
My jacket's in the back seat of the car.
Okay.
So, I don't know what we're more excited for. The fact that I'm going to go dive the Lady Luck today, or that when I get home, we're leaving for Orlando.
It is a big weekend.
It's a huge weekend
coming up, and I am super excited for it. But yeah, I am excited for you to actually do a much deeper dive than you've ever done.
Yep, I've never gone to 130 feet. That's the deepest I've ever done. It's like 90 something.
I'm excited, and it looks like it will be really fun. We were watching some YouTube videos of the Lady Luck last night.
Right.
And what I was really marveling about is we saw some that were just a couple of years ago, because it hasn't been sunk for that long.
I think it's like 6 years.
Yeah. And then some dives from just like within the last month. And the growth you see on the ship is what you notice.
Right.
Because just a couple of years makes it look like it's been down there for decades. And it hasn't. So growth can be fast if it's in the right circumstance, right? So that really spoke to me, because sometimes you think like, am I having growth? Is there stuff happening? Is this really taking hold, this keto lifestyle? Am I just going through the motions, or is it really a part of me now? And I'm thankful for videos like that where we could kind of make that analogy like, yeah, stuff's happening. Stuff's happening.
So I am going to head out. I got to be at the boat around 7 a.m. because there's only a certain amount of parking spots. So we kind of get there, get everything loaded up. I think the boat leaves the dock like around 8 or 8:30. Then when we come back, I'm going to get everything ready. We're going to head out. We're going up to Orlando, and then we're doing our live stream tonight from Orlando. So we're going to hope that like all of the internet, all that kind of stuff is working well. Tomorrow we have our meetup. Where are we at tomorrow?
Tomorrow we start out at Universal Studios, where if people are interested in just kind of like doing the park with us during the day, we're going to do that. And then we're going to go to Bodacious Barbecue in Orlando and get some meats.
always waiting for you.
I know you are.
Not my fault I went diving all morning.
I was going to say, do I get a high five? I packed the car.
Good job.
Make sure we've got underwears.
Underwear
And
I was
rain
going to
gear.
Porky Pig it the whole time.
Please don't.
What a day. It was such a good dive day. Great footage from the first dive from in the wreck. Second dive, not so much. I was borrowing my friend's BCD, trying it out because it's like one that I would never have to carry weight on. I'm like, ooh, this is really cool because it's only on the back, like nothing wrapping around you in the front at all. Like, no, you don't feel compressed and everything. A steel plate on the back. So I hook all my stuff up. I've got my Insta360 here. And at the last second, before I jumped in the water, I'm like, this thing is dangling. I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. Like, what should I do? And I move it, and I must have undone the clip, like, halfway.
Buy $500 Christmas present.
I jumped in the water, and I had it on already. And I get down to the bottom, and we're waiting for Hugh because he had a problem. And I'm like, my camera's gone.
Gone.
Oh, man, it must be at the bottom. So we get down, I'm waiting for it, I'm looking around, nope, not sitting. Well, it was actually coming down behind me. The footage is really cool because you see it coming down. We go back, get back up on the boat about an hour later, and the captain goes, anybody lose something? I'm like, I did. And he's like, what did you lose? I'm like, a camera. He goes, what kind? I'm like, Insta360. And he was like, we got it. So this other
God not awesome?
dive instructor found
on
it.
the bottom of the ocean,
That
y'all.
was so awesome. So I was really appreciative to Tim. Called you and I'm like, hey, find out what is he like? What's his favorite restaurant so I can take care of him.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head up to Orlando for a meetup. I'm having a poop log. That's what I'm having for lunch.
Oh my gosh.
It's a poop log.
Accurate. Caleb took 4 of those poop logs to lunch today at work.
Listen,
and
it doesn't
my mom
look
ate one.
appetizing, but
It's freaking delicious. And in fact, my mom came over this morning while Joe was diving for like coffee and stuff. And she had one and was like, okay, this is delicious. Cause she was like, she has the little device because Joe gave her one, but she was like, is it going to be easy enough to utilize? And I'm like, baby, this is so easy. Even Rachel can make it.
So we are going to head on up to Orlando. We've got a hotel, do our live stream tonight, relax. Tomorrow, Universal Studios, then meet up at Bodacious Barbecue. Okay, we just stopped at Canoe Creek.
I'm loom knitting a hat.
That's a big hat.
It is a big hat.
We just stopped at Canoe Creek Service Plaza on our way up to Orlando.
Yeah.
I had to pee because you drink a lot of water when you go scuba diving because you don't want to dehydrate. But here we're worrying about dehydrating with actual fluids, not with electrolytes, because the biggest cause of decompression sickness is dehydration. Did you know that? Yeah?
I did not.
You got to make sure you hydrate because you're breathing like completely 100% dry air.
I know that like when we're done,
your mouth gets dry.
When we get done, I think like there is not a bit of moisture in my mouth.
That's why as soon as you get off the boat, you like suck down like 5 bottles of water.
Right.
Anyway, Celsius came out with a new flavor. John Paul sent me a picture. I thought it was a joke because it sounds like a joke.
Okay.
It is sparkling mandarin marshmallow.
What?
Sounds like a joke, but it also sounds like it could taste like a creamsicle. I have been looking everywhere for it. Nobody has had it. Canoe Creek gas station.
You should be looking for a gas station for all of your needs.
Are you ready?
Right?
Do you want to take the first sip or you want me to?
Our most recent recipe features a gas station delight.
That's true. You want the first sip?
No, you can have the first sip. Is it a dream or a nightmare? It says it's a fantasy.
I like it.
It's somewhere between you've piqued my interest and I think I'm going to have a stomachache in like 5 minutes.
The first taste is definitely like orange dreamsicle. And then it kind of fades off to marshmallow.
I am going to chase that yummy sip with black coffee.
I like it.
Because it's getting cold.
Yes.
As we head toward Orlando, it is like dropping in temperature. And I was getting a little chilly.
I got my heated seats on.
So we got an awesome surprise today. Michelle from John Paul and Peyton
showed up to surprise us at Universal Studios and go on rides and stuff with us. I'm so excited they're here. We had them go on a little date. They went on a couple of rides by themselves so that we could steal the baby.
It is cold outside.
We are in Florida? What? I don't think we are. We woke up in the Arctic Circle this morning.
I am wearing a t-shirt, a sweatshirt.
Same.
Another sweatshirt.
I'm wearing a jacket over my
jeans.
sweatshirt.
I was debating what's going to be warmer, jeans or a pair of sweatpants.
We are not trying to look cute at this point. You know, it gets to a cold point where like, I don't really care, like, if I look cute or not.
So the meetup last night was so much fun.
Oh my goodness.
Just a great time.
Family.
Good meet. Everybody hanging out, just talking. John Paul and Michelle came. They brought the baby.
It was so fun. It was just the conversations, and the time flew like that.
Yeah.
I felt like it was 9 o'clock in 10 minutes. It just went so fast.
A lot of people are calling for us to do this a couple times a year. So.
And I'm in for it because, you know, you never know how it's going to turn out. Like, you never know, like, is this needed? Is this necessary? Is it just me? I don't think so, because I enjoyed it and everybody else seemed to enjoy it too. So I'm really excited, and I'm very excited about tonight. And I'm excited about going to Islands of Adventure
We're
today.
going to go to Islands of Adventure today. John Paul and Michelle are supposed to come. I'm going to try to tell them to not come because it's too cold for
So
Peyton.
cold.
Or at least come a little bit later.
Yeah.
The original plan
Noon.
was to go early to get on Hagrid's. But John Paul texted me and said that Peyton woke up at like 5 a.m. And so that is not going to work anymore.
Right.
But that's okay. Whatever it is, you know, even if we all wait online, we'd all be together hanging out on the line for Hagrid's. But if you did miss this, don't worry. We are going to be in Utah in just a couple of weeks. Then we've got KetoCon in April. We're going to be on the Low Carb Cruise. We have Keto Summit Omaha, or the Hard to Kill Summit.
Yep.
And then we're going to be right back here in Florida. We live in Florida, but in Orlando Summit the first weekend of August. And then if you can't go to Ketopalooza or you live closer to Florida, the Orlando Summit is the closest
Excellent.
thing you're going to get to Ketopalooza. It is all about community. So you definitely want to, take a look at that. I'll leave a link for it down below.
I think that one of the best things about last night was people discovering how close they live to one another.
Yeah.
And that there is opportunity for them to not just meet up at a meetup, but maybe meet up in their local area, even more local area. And I'm really excited about that because, people found out they lived in the same town. 2 people found out they worked at the same place.
Yeah.
That was really, really exciting.
How about somebody found out they live in the same town and that they moved here from the same town?
Yeah, that was wild. That was
Right?
really, really wild.
Are we in Florida or are we in Massachusetts?
I feel like we're packing for Utah. We're wearing clothes for our trip to Utah, but we're still in Florida. But
It
you know
is
what?
cold.
It's kind of fun though to have a special day. It's like instead of leaning into the complaining when there's a change or something different, let's lean into the joy of it. This is a different day and we get to have some cold temperatures, which is really kind of exciting.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You slept in late.
Well, we got home really, really late. This is so funny. So we got home really, really late from the 2KK Mighty
You're
Meetup.
so good.
And I woke up and we have a little house guest. This is my mom's dog, Boaz. He is more precious than me and Joe combined together. So he's being watched by Caleb this weekend. But I get to hold him a little bit. And guess what? I am the favorite person of his besides my mom because I'm always sharing Joe's beef with him.
You say that the only person he favors more is your mom than you. If I put him in a room with you and your mom and you're holding that, I'm pretty sure he's going to you first.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I love the fact that everything that we're making ourselves, including our little carnivore chips, we can eat it. The dogs can eat it. We don't have to worry about them getting into it. We have to worry about them taking more of their share than my share, but yeah, it's such a treat.
These are the brisket carnivore chips I made the other day. Except for I sliced them a little bit thicker than I wanted. So they became more like a beef jerky than the crispy carnivore chip.
Boaz
which we're
is
still
fine.
eating them.
Boaz doesn't mind it a bit.
But they're really, really good for dog treats. Like, really good for dog treats.
Yeah.
Like, super healthy for them. Here, Boaz. Another little piece.
Wait a minute. Now yours favorite.
So anyway, yeah, we got home. What an amazing weekend.
Oh my goodness. It was so much fun. I didn't think I could enjoy the fun parks more. But when you add friends and you get to celebrate and go on rides together, like I got to see the Hagrid's ride through the eyes of somebody that is, you know, on it for the very first time.
Right.
And I feel like that makes it more enjoyable even for you, you know? And it was really fun actually riding on it with Michelle and John Paul. I think Michelle got brave and wanted to ride it more so because like it's in community. You're doing it community. Resolve is strengthened in community, even to like ride a theme park ride. But I think we might even have a picture of them, but they were holding hands on the Hagrid ride. And John Paul looks...
He's like super excited and she was like, save me, please.
Holding on for dear life. But I thought, man, that is kind of like marriage in a snapshot, right? But it was such a fun time. And we had a beautiful time at the Bodacious Barbecue. Thank you so much to Bodacious Barbecue in Orlando for allowing us to host it there. It was a beautiful, just homey, down home environment. And then it was very reasonable priced, delicious barbecue, especially that sausage, y'all.
And
The
they
sausage.
even did something. So the second night we went there, I was ordering because we ate a bunch of barbecue.
Yes, we did.
And I said I really want the spare ribs because they're fattier than baby back ribs. But you put sauce on them. He was like, actually, I made a few racks for just your group in the back. There's no sauce or anything like that.
How nice and accommodating was that? That was just such a beautiful gesture. I thought everybody that waited on us was just so patient. I mean, it was a lot of meat coming out like very, very fast, you know, for everybody's orders. They were just really accommodating.
And we had so much fun meeting so many different people who have never like even commented on a video, but been watching us for a long time.
Thanks for coming out.
People who this was their first time ever coming out in public. They were nervous to even come and say hello to us, which please don't be nervous.
Never.
Like I've said in the past, unless I'm in the bathroom, feel free to come up to us.
And if I'm in the bathroom, you can still feel free to come up to me. And it was really fun too that we got some out-of-towners that were just, you know, that happened to be visiting, you know, Florida on a trip for one reason or another, and were coming. And I was really delighted to see that we're going to be able to see some people again at the Tampa RV show next week because they're RVers and they're kind of down this way for that.
Now, a couple of things I do want to, first of all, apologize that we did not get a lot of footage from it, but I really wanted to make it about everybody who was there.
Present.
And then walking around in Universal. The first day was great. We were all just having fun. Michelle and John Paul surprised everybody showing up with Peyton.
It was so fun.
It was great. And then they came back the second day, which I was not expecting. And the second day was cold. I mean, we were freezing. We were cold. Freezing. But we had a great time. But if you didn't make it, that's okay, because everybody pretty much begged last night to let's make this an annual event. And we may even do it more than once a year. We're going to see how our schedules go.
Yes.
I also, if you haven't seen it yet, Keto Brick has replaced cookies and cream with milk and cookies. I'll leave a review video of it up here. Really good. And because we didn't get a lot of footage, we're going to continue this vlog on for a few more hours today for just like what we're going to eat today.
Right. Well, what are we going to eat today?
Well, I am actually going to run to Whole Foods. My plan was to actually come home today and go diving, but it's like 60 degrees outside, and I don't feel like, I don't even mind the temperature, but by the time, I don't want to go out on the boat by myself. And I don't really feel like going and dealing with the beach. And I don't think you're going to go out in 60 degree temperature.
I am not going out when it's this cold. And I'm just kind of going to rest my voice a little bit because we're going to have keto on the couch tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
And so, I enjoyed like talking to everybody yesterday.
I found out that Whole Foods here in Florida supposedly carries lionfish.
What?
So I'm going to go to Whole Foods and see if I can get some lionfish. And you're going to have lionfish because you like fish.
Yes, I do love fish.
And then for me, I actually brought home
A doggy bag, get it, Boaz? A doggy bag?
an extra pound of that sausage.
That stuff is good.
So, do you want... No, it's really good.
It's really good.
I think this is the best thing on the menu at Bodacious Barbecue.
It's Boaz approved.
This sausage was so good.
Delicious.
Like, I brought home an extra pound. And I know Chris was ordering some to go.
Very reasonably priced too. Again, that one of the biggest reasons why we chose that restaurant is because you could get meat by the pound, which means that, and that's the thing with a Meetup, if you go to our Meetup or anybody's Meetup, if you're in a restaurant and they do it the way we do it, where it's just like everybody kind of orders their own food, if you order, just sit there and nurse a water, or you want to have like a huge spread of food, come out. It doesn't matter how much you eat, but like I wanted some place where it wasn't going to be an arm and a leg to buy. And sometimes we go to places and it's like $27 a pound for brisket.
To give you an idea before we go how reasonable it was, here's what we got yesterday.
Yeah.
I got a pound of sausage, a pound of lamb, a pound of brisket, and a pound of spare ribs.
Yeah.
And it was $60.
I almost think I couldn't do that at the grocery store.
I don't know if I could make it for that at home.
Yeah, that much variety of food, and it was all delicious. Like the lamb was really good, and I feel like I test restaurants based on their lamb, because lamb can either be like a total win for me or like no. So yeah, we did really appreciate having the carnivore crisps appetizers there last night too. It was really good to have and it was such a variety that they sent. It was like brisket, and it was chicken and
liver.
That was the only one. So it was so funny. We were ending the night last night with all of us kind of double dog daring each other to eat a piece of the liver. And I think only Robin F is like brave enough to be like, yeah, I actually really like it. Me and Chris were like trying to get it down, and it was like, nope, still no to the liver. Hello. And welcome to my garden. Y'all see that I have not killed this thing yet? Look at this. In fact, I think we could have a little salad today.
You have a green thumb.
This thing has popped. I mean, I really don't have a green thumb, but the greenery is actually happening.
You even have some new sprouts coming in down here in the little mini ones. So it looks like there's some cucumbers, green beans, purple kohlrabi, chives, dill.
For these guys that haven't popped yet, if you wait until 30 days and they don't pop, they will resend us.
Yeah, we just have to message them and they didn't come in.
And we could try again. We did not get that guarantee with my chia pets. Ooh, we're gonna start coming to this Whole Foods all the time because it's next to a Home Goods.
Welcome to Florida. I put a sweatshirt on because it was cold this morning.
Yeah.
I didn't go diving because it was cold this morning. It's 12:30. We come out here to go to Whole Foods, and it's super warm, and now I wish I was on the boat.
Well, it's got a little bit of a chill in the air.
Come on, we're going to Whole Foods.
No, I'm going to Home Goods.
Whole Foods.
Home Goods.
So, unfortunately, they don't have any lionfish. He said it's hit or miss, and they don't have any today. So we're going to get some of this everything but the bagel salmon. This looks pretty good. It's pretty much salmon with everything but the bagel seasoning on it. And this package is $13. I actually changed my mind. I think I'm going to get this mustard dill Atlantic salmon. So we came home to a lot of eggs. I guess the kids didn't eat any eggs while we were gone. So I have a whole bunch of eggs. I went out to the coop and there was more than a dozen eggs sitting in the coop. And that's in addition to all the eggs that I have in the house. So we have over 4 dozen in here. I think there's 50 eggs in this container. And then the basket is completely full. So I think we have about 7 dozen eggs. And we're going away for another week. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare a few things. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 10. I'm going to scramble them up. And I'm going to make some egg pudding. But I'm going to use the Keto Chocolate. I think I have 1 packet of that left. That'll give me some chocolate pudding. And then I'm going to make a whole bunch more scrambled eggs. And I'm going to freeze dry them. But they're already going to be cooked. Which means all I'll need to do is basically add water. And you can heat it up in the microwave. and we'll probably take that with us on the RV trip. So I have 24 eggs here that have already been scrambled. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put these in the freezer. That speeds up the freeze drying process.
I'm ready for some surf and turf.
Surf and turf. So we got some sausage from that Bodacious barbecue. And this is it's a mustard covered salmon that they had at Whole Foods.
That sausage. What do you think? You're not usually
I'm not a fish eater.
Fish.
That's good. I really like that hogfish we had the other day. The mustard really adds an interesting flavor to it. And then this, by the way, is a piece of the Big Moo cheese.
It's a big moo.
I really want this keto brick that's sitting right here. Okay. You ready?
Oh.
So we had so many eggs, like 7 dozen eggs. So I've got 24 eggs in the freezer that are going to go into the freeze dryer that are already cooked. So then all you do is add water.
Oh, wow.
Microwave, cook.
That's awesome.
So I made some egg pudding, but with the Keto Chocolate
I want to eat that fish.
core.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So that means that this is dairy-free pudding. I used coconut milk,
Okay.
which you could have used almond milk or anything like that. So I used coconut milk. I used Keto Chocolate core. I added a couple of extra tablespoons of cocoa powder because it wasn't chocolatey enough, and a dozen eggs.
1 dozen eggs.
This is pretty close to carnivore, okay? Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's seriously like a mousse.
More like a mousse consistency.
I'm gonna let you be the guinea pig.
That is delicious.
Oh my god, that is better than a regular keto chow.
That is absolutely delicious.
And I didn't add any extra sweetener.
A true mousse. Like, that is flippin' delicious.
Okay, you ready for that? I scribbled on this piece of paper.
Okay.
You want to know the macros about this?
Yes.
Okay. If you eat this entire thing for dinner,
Which I might.
okay, you wouldn't have to feel guilty for it. If you eat the entire thing for dinner, it's 1,600 calories. It is 20 total carbohydrates, most of which are coming from the coconut milk, the canned coconut milk.
All right.
So if you used almond milk, which you can do, or any other kind of keto-friendly milk, it would actually be lower in carbs. But I'm honestly okay with it because this would be like your day.
Right.
It is 15 net carbs because you have the acacia fiber, which again, I'm okay if you want to deduct that because it's a good healthy fiber. But 20 total carbs for this whole thing. That's a meal. That's your food for the day.
Yeah.
It's 117 grams of fat and 100 grams of protein. And you eat that.
1 to 1.
If you have a serving, it's 320 calories, 4 total carbohydrates, 24 grams of fat, and 20 grams of protein.
Having a hard time getting your protein in? Try this.
And talk about a meal that's a dessert. It's a dozen eggs.
But you're not sitting there like thinking about just scrambled eggs. If you were to just scramble up a dozen eggs, you may not be like, I'm really excited about that. But like pudding.
You have kids that don't want to eat eggs? Make chocolate pudding using the beef protein keto chow.
We won't tell them there's even eggs in here.
That is good.
That was delicious.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna try a piece of this sausage. Let's see, because this is
good.
like reheated from last night.
It's fine.
This is good.
Delicious.
That was a good sausage. I don't know what's in it, but wow.
Well done, Bodacious Barbecue.
Well, I think we're gonna end this vlog right here. I've got some meat chips in the dehydrator that I'm cooking up so that we can have them when we go away on Tuesday because we're going to the Tampa RV show. And then in the freeze dryer is going scrambled eggs. So that should be interesting. You'll have to be subscribed to the channel to see the results of that.
Talk about a meal prep.
Yeah, that's again, they're already cooked. So now all you'll have to do is add water, heat them up in a microwave, and you'd have scrambled eggs. And like great like meal prep thing, great for on the road.
So easy.
Won't have to, take them with you. bring them into a hotel room or something like that, and just mix water, add into the microwave.
Absolutely.
So, if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at the most recent videos I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we have something delicious, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.